Hello everyone, we're going to be looking at the upcoming pattern change that will impact the eastern and western part of the US. Starting off here, we are looking at the temperature anomaly forecast. So right now we are looking at June 27th, early morning around 6 a.m. Definitely some warmer temperatures around the western US and the kind of the Midwest regions of the US, and some more cooler temperatures in the southern and north central US. So definitely this isn't the pattern change right now, but once we get into around June 28th, around June 27th, 6 p.m., we start to see those cooler temperatures come in for the parts of the southern US there, and we start to see some warmer temperatures up here in the north central, even getting into Montana. You're starting to see some more warmer temperatures, as you can see there. We get into around 6 a.m. June 28th, you start to see those cooler temperatures start to move in for parts of Oregon and Washington, and even getting into California. As you can see, we're starting to see those more cooler temperatures, and even in the south, there's those cooler temperatures moving in for that whole area. And this whole area right here, we'll see kind of a heat wave possibly for around June 28th to the 29th. So definitely we're going to see a cool down for this whole region here, and a very big warm up for this whole region here. So definitely we get into around June 29th now, and you're really seeing that cool down come into place for the northwestern part of the US, reaching even into the southern US here. Really some more cooler temperatures, as you can see. I mean, all these more cooler colors you're seeing here, these are all below average temperatures for the month of June right now. You can go ahead and go over to June 29th again, or this is still June 29th around 6 a.m. Those warmer temperatures are now moving into parts of the Midwest and the north central US, and you still see those cooler temperatures over here in the parts of the western US. But pretty much this whole area of the whole eastern US, you're seeing those more warmer temperatures moving in right now. You're getting to around midday of June 29th now. There are some pockets of those cooler airs in there for parts of the eastern US, but most of them are going to see average or slightly above average temperatures for most of the day of June 29th. But the western US, you will see definitely around 16 degrees below average for parts of these places, 10 degrees below average for most of these purple colors and darker blues. The lighter blues, you're only seeing around 1 to 4 degrees below average, but still, definitely you will notice some below average temperatures if you are in parts of the western or US. And if you are in the eastern US, it's not really the more warmer temperatures aren't really organized, so definitely it's going to be very scattered, but definitely you might see some more warmer temperatures some days. I mean, June 1st, you'll see another cool down in place, especially for the southeastern US, as you can see here. But yeah, we can look at the actual temperatures that's going to be here. Let's go back here for June 28th. Definitely some more cooler temperatures. You're getting into the 60s, lower 60s, maybe even 50s around 6 p.m. for June 27th. You're getting into June 28th now at around midday. You're getting into the upper 40s and lower 50s right here. Definitely a big cool down for the northwestern US, as you're seeing here for June 28th. You're getting into June 29th now. Really, these are going to be in the 50s and 40s for the northwestern US. Even in getting into California, you're only seeing around 63 degrees around the Los Angeles area. So definitely a big cool down for this northwestern, this whole western part of the US, and a big warm up. Maybe even possibly a little bit of a heat wave, as you can see. 98 degrees in some spots for parts of Texas, Panhandle, Oklahoma. Even getting up here into the north central US, 92 degrees over there. Definitely a big warm up is coming for the eastern US, and a big cool down is going to be for the northwestern US. You're getting into around June 30th now, and this is around midday. 101 degrees over here. Definitely some very hot temperatures in the Oklahoma and Texas area. Up here, upper 80s, and still in northwestern U.S. You're seeing lower 50s, even upper 50s and upper 40s in some places. Mostly in that green color there. And you're getting into around July 1st, midday. That starts to warm up, as you can see. Lower 60s now, even upper 70s, as you see here in parts of the southwestern part of Idaho, and maybe even a little bit of a cool down as well in the northeastern and mid-Atlantic, as you're seeing here, upper 60s and lower 70s parts of the mid-Atlantic and northeast. For around Wednesday, you're getting it to around June 2nd, and you could definitely see a pretty big heat wave actually in the southwestern part of the U.S. 112 degrees and 110 in the southern part of Arizona. Definitely, you might see some extreme heat advisories, or pretty much any heat hazard over here in parts of the Texas. Pretty much this whole southwestern U.S. you might see a heat wave for that type of area. So now we can look at the Climate Prediction Center outlook for this is 8 to 14 days. Well, let's look at the latest one, 6 to 10 days, and definitely those way more warmer temperatures in place for this whole eastern part of the U.S. And some more cooler temperatures are going to be in place for this whole western part of the U.S. and even maybe some more cooler temperatures in the central part of Texas. So like I said, with the GFS model, definitely is indicating, as well as the Climate Prediction Center is agreeing, that there will be a big cool down for the western U.S. and a big warm up for the eastern U.S. 8 to 14 days, still some more warmer temperatures in the eastern and the more cooler in the west, but there's still some, and there's some warmer, possibly above average temperatures creeping in from the extreme western U.S. going to go around that direction, and you might see another warm up as you get from 2 weeks from now. But for now, the next 2 weeks, you're going to see a cool down in the western U.S. and a big warm up in the eastern U.S. Month 1, or the 1 month temperature outlook, and there is going to be a warm up, as you can see right here, and a little bit of that cool down where you see the more lighter yellow orange color. But you see another cool down in place for there. If you did enjoy this video, I would ask you to subscribe if you are new to the channel, and make sure to share this video with any friends or family that might be impacted by this cool down or warm up. But anyways, stay safe.